We're going to talk about how Jeff Bezos earns more in one day than you will ever make in your entire life. Isn't that a great way to start your weekend? Isn't that a great way to just get fired up?
Yep.
Let's check out the IG posts here. I love seeing these ones, man. All right, so here's what one day of Jeff Bezos' income can buy. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Wait, hold on, go back. Is that how many? No, okay, they're just saying what you could buy. That's the two examples on the picture, right? 226 Bitcoins and 44 Lambos. Okay. Jeff Bezos earns around $27 million every single day, which means in just 24 hours, he could buy dozens of supercars or entire neighborhoods of homes. That kind of money can also buy 44 Lamborghinis, fund multiple Super Bowl ads, or pay for a million months of Netflix. Okay. Let's see the pics here. Let's go on. So this is in one day, he could buy 33,500 iPhones. Do you know anyone that could do that?
Why? Why would you even want to do that?
He could like supply a whole city in one day with brand new iPhones.
Reggio Calabria, he could have all of Reggio with a brand new iPhone 16.
Maple Vaughn?
Easily.
Everyone's getting an iPhone that day.
Brand
Shout
new.
out Jeff Bezos. And it's the iPhone 16, 128 gigabytes for anyone who's wondering. That's a top of the line iPhone. Okay. He could buy 9 million tall Starbucks cafe lattes. Cafe latte. I'm starting to hate Starbucks though.
So that's pretty much like the whole GTA. That's actually more. It's the GTA and a half. The Greater Toronto Area and a half. He could buy them.
That's, I would say, closer to Ontario. Ontario's like 12, 13 mil.
Okay, so he could buy almost all of Ontario, the province of Ontario.
A tall Starbucks cafe latte every day.
That's insane. Okay,
I would appreciate that. Maybe he could do it one day for us. He could buy 59,600 PS5s. Think about how many kids he could make happy in one day if he really wanted to.
He's got to go to like the Congo.
Like, bro, if you
ship
were
them all
him, would
PS5s.
you ever just like pause for one day and be like, yo, the money I make today, let's spend it all? Do you think he's doing one of those?
No.
He just has so much by now.
His wedding was like 50 million. It's just like he made it in 2 days. Like he could have spent $1 billion if he wanted to. He just didn't need to.
27 million a day is insane.
Yeah, it's actually fucked.
What else we got here? 1 million months of Netflix premium. That's how much he makes. What are you gonna do with 1 million months? Supply the world with Netflix?
A lot. He could do a lot.
All right. 8,000 ounces of gold. See, if I was him, I'd be buying this every day. 8,000.
You don't think he has, bro? That guy's got gold coming out of his culo.
Okay,
sure.
so let me ask you that. Let me stop this here. He makes 27 mil a day. How much is profit? You think 27 mil is profit? No.
No.
Are they saying 27 mil is profit?
20. Like he personally makes 27 million a day. Yes. Okay, let's keep it rolling. 44 Lamborghini Revueltos.
Rivaldos. 226 bit. That's massive.
The crypto bros are going crazy seeing this right now.
Is he into crypto though? Jeff? Young Jeff?
He owns everything. He owns Amazon. They own everything, bro.
Young Jeff, bro. The man could buy 226 Bitcoin a day.
Okay, let's keep. Is that it? Oh. 3 30-second Super Bowl ads.
You know, that's just showing me how expensive Super Bowl ads are. That's all that one's showing.
If I was him, I would cook some Super Bowl ads up just for shits. Like probably just him talking. Like I would just be talking to the cam, saying some stupid shit.
Like, would you want to be that rich?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah.
What kind of question is that?
I'm just asking.
Brother, this guy like, okay. Well, then this brings up the saying, more money, more problems. I don't know. When I look at Jeff Bezos, he looks pretty happy every time I fucking see him. And I'm not saying I see him in person, by the way. Every time I see him online, paparazzi pics, buddy looks fucking happy. He's ripped, jacked. I'm not going to say his wife's really hot. She looks really weird, I think. A lot of Botox and shit. But he looks fucking happy to me. I'll take 27 million a day.
I want to know how much it would take to solve world hunger daily.
Oh, no. Well,
I just want to see.
what are we looking at here?
according to the United Nations World Food Program, $40 billion per year is the widely cited number to end world hunger. Okay.
So just say how.
So hold on. So the daily cost breakdown here. So the bare minimum a day to solve world hunger is 19.2 million a day.
Oh, so he can do it.
So he can give 80% of his profits a day
Yeah.
and solve world hunger daily.
He'd still have like 8 million
A day.
to himself.
A day.
A day. Oh
A
my
day.
God. Jeff. Come on, Jeff.
So Jeff, instead of the 3 30-second Super Bowl ads,
Every day.
let's feed the world.
That's crazy.
Do you think these guys ever think about that? Like, I make enough to solve most problems in the world?
Yeah.
He
thinks-
knows.
He knows.
He knows.
You think Jeff doesn't know?
It's just tough not to make a move on that. Why don't I think they do that? Because deep down, they don't want to solve world hunger. They would have done it by now. There's more than enough people that make more than enough money to solve world hunger. But, there's some countries where having poverty works for that country because whoever's in power, they want to keep the power. If you have a country filled with poor people, you have a lot of power over your people. So think about how many countries that happens in.
Yeah, and I think it's also
There's continents like Africa, for example, right? Where it's like, there's the top 1% of those governments and the elites in those countries that they make all the money.
Yeah, there's also another aspect to it. I don't think you just wake up one day and go, I'm going to solve world hunger. It's like, bro, like you got to deal with governments and like, okay,
That's what I
fine.
mean.
The UN is saying that's how much it is. Jeff Bezos isn't just going to put his money in the hands of the UN
No.
to fix and solve world hunger. Like, so it's a lot easier said than done. So I think, listen, you don't get to where Jeff Bezos is without doing some dirty work.
Yeah.
And he's not stupid. You're not just going to hand over $20 million a day to some random organization to make the decisions on how it should be spent. And for him to orchestrate and build out the system to make that happen, like Ernesto said, there's too many governments involved. There's too many, there's the politics.
Yep.
It's crazy. So he's
Think,
probably
think
just going
about this, for example. Like if you went to a country that they need a lot of medicine, they need a lot of vaccines, they need a lot of this stuff, mostly because they're starving. If you go and save those people and feed them now, and they need less medicine, less vaccines, less this, guess who's making less money? The big companies, big pharma, for example, right? So again, you kind of got to look at each country and be like, well, do they even want to fix their poverty? Do they want to fix their hunger? I think there's a lot of countries that they just don't because they're in a power play, being able to control their whole country. You know what I mean? Just want to let you know, Jay.
they're on a consistent power play.
They're on a consistent. Well, listen, if I'm Jeff, for example, I'm also looking at Elon. Like, bro, what are you doing about it? Then you go look at Bill Gates. What are you doing about? Oh, I'm doing a lot of
No,
stuff.
Bill Gates is doing a lot. He's doing a lot.
Bill Gates is pushing for starvation still. That guy's not pushing to solve world hunger. That guy's dust. I hate Bill Gates, man. And this is why billionaires do not stop world hunger. Okay?
Bang. Bang.
You heard me? We just clip farmed live. So whoever's watching this right now, look out for the clip because it's coming.
Should we move to the SPs?
Yes.
Actually, hold on. Let's make a point here. Let's actually break down the $27 million that Jeff Bezos earns per day.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
$27 million per day is 1.1 million per hour, 19,000 per minute, or $320 per second. Okay? Compare that to the median annual salary in the US, $59,000. Okay? In one day, Bezos earns what you would take 460 years to make per year. Okay?
my
At
God.
59,000 per year. Bezos could buy 44 Lamborghini Revueltos every single day. That's over 16,000 supercars a year. Okay? He'd have to buy entire sports teams or countries to make a debt in his bank account. Here's the reality of what 27 million could do. It could wipe out medical debt for tens of thousands, fund clean water for millions, fully staffed and underfunded school district for a year. Now, Jeff, we're not saying you got to do it, but we're just putting it out there, okay?
And I have no idea what he does too with his money. If he donates or if he does this or he does that.
No, you can't say that.
But dude, 27 mil a year.
Okay, let me ask you this question before we move on.
Crazy.
Do you think, in your mind, do you think Jeff Bezos ever wants to just go back to be a normal person?
No.
You don't think so?
No. I don't think so because he knew what he was building.
I don't know if he knew it would be this big.
I think he had a plan to make it really big. Did he know it would be this big? Okay, I don't know. I don't think anyone thought it would be this big. But
because you have to remember something.
He was a driven guy. He knew he was trying to build something big, right? It's not like a surprise where he's like a celebrity or he's like this viral person that got rich in 1 year.
Okay, but hold on a second, because you said this earlier. You said there's a big difference between 50, 100 million and 1 billion.
Yes, there is.
So consider, like, when he built Amazon, maybe he thought, okay, this is a $100 million company or even a $1 billion company.
Okay.
Did he think it was a $100 billion company?
No.
And your life changes dramatically from 100 million to a billion to 100 billion.
Yep.
So again, do you think now with that in your mind, do you think he looks and goes, fuck, I'd even rather go back to be $1 billion?
You know what? I'll look at the stuff that's been posted online about him past year, past 2 years. Like every interview, every time he's at an event or bro, the guy looks like he's in his vibe. He looks like he's happy with where he's at.
Yeah, he's vibing. He is vibing.
Look at him at the wedding, right? The guy looked happy.
Yeah. Well, if he looked sad at his own wedding, that'd be a problem.
I'm just saying, right?
Yeah,
like, it's not like a guy where he's even on interviews looking stressed. Where like an Elon, for example, Elon might say to someone behind the scenes, yo, you know what? I wish I wasn't this big, you know? And now he's just doubling down on it because he's that big. But, you know, you look at a guy like Elon, there's been interviews where he cried or he tear-eyed or he looked stressed or he looked bothered, right? I think Jeff, he doesn't involve himself in politics.
Bingo. That is the biggest bingo of all of them. When you compare Elon to Bezos, Elon looks like he's actually trying to change the world, whereas Bezos is like, he's just chilling, it looks like, in my eyes.
Most of the time I see him on a yacht or he's at this event or he's just happy to be there. And then you look at Elon and most of the time Elon's speaking on camera, whatever, he looks stressed out.
Yeah.
Now he's got a way different business too.
Sure.
But again, I think him involving himself in politics, he involved himself in free speech with X. So I would say Elon put himself under more stress than maybe Jeff.
Yeah.
And Jeff's just enjoying life more while Elon's like every day, like, I got enemies. I got to make more money. I got to do this. I got to get this politician on my side. It's I think they're living much different lives considering they both have very close net worths.
Fair. Okay, before we move on to the next topic, guys, anybody that's watching right now in the chat, if you guys take a pic, if you're on your phone, screenshot your phone. If you're watching on your TV, take a pic, post it on your story, and tag @MoneyBuysHappiness on Instagram. We're going to pick a couple people, and we're going to throw you guys some free merch, a free hat, something like that.
Sick.
Show some love. Throw us on the story. Let us know we look good. Let us know what the fuck's going on, where you're watching us. Is it on your phone? Is it on your TV, on your computer, your laptop, your iPad, on your nonna's TV, bro? Okay? Throw us up on your story. Like I said, we'll pick a few people. We'll send some merch out.